I have never heard Beastie Boys Sabotage.
I have to be honest with you. This just brings back so many like good memories. This song in particular, the Beastie Boys in general. I just have memories of like high school, rolling with the boys. I'll share that story later.
Kissing the homies. I've never heard this though, and you were kind of shocked when you asked me, and I was like, no, I think I'm probably when the chorus comes in, I'll be like, oh, okay, I've recognized it, but I never got into Beastie Boys.
Well, there you have it, folks. I'm gonna just crack him open, crack him wide open, and just shove that Beastie Boys right in there.
That's crazy. All right, before we start, though, guys, I'm Paper Chase.
And it's the one and only Diamond Don Juan. We are back with another reaction just for you.
That's right. Before we start this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And without further ado, Beastie Boys Sabotage. Oh, this is hard. This is hard, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, this song goes hard as fuck. And I just have this like deep love for this song because my friends and I watch this video. Halloween comes around. We're like, what should we do for Halloween? We're like sitting around with the boys. And I was like, dude, we should dress up as the dudes from the Sabotage video. So we all just went to the thrift store, bought, old, thrift store clothes. Got it all suited up. My friend was like the criminal, like he was a flasher. So I'll share the story at the end of this. But it was just absolutely chaos. Like one of the most fun Halloweens, or at least most memorable ever in my mind. And this was the inspiration. So it was just pure chaos. We're just running around, jumping on cars, doing car slides.
I love that.
Yeah. I'll tell the full story at the end of this.
Yeah, this song is an absolute banger. I mean, I wasn't familiar with their game at all. This is crushing. I can see why this was so huge when it came out.
And that's why I wanted to do this reaction, because you're like, I'm not super familiar with them. And you're kind of like, yeah, they seemed all right. But I figured you would like it because their background is like rap, but then also they were like a punk band. So they play all the instruments. They definitely have like a very strong like punk and instrumental like vibe to them. Their album Paul's Boutique is like so good, and it's like, yeah, it just bends the genres, and they just have their own unique sound. It's just like totally them. They're one of those groups that came along, took these different influences, put them together. I've said it before. I just said on a reaction, like a lot of times the rock rap groups, I'm just like, don't love that mix, but they were able to do it and just create their own.
They definitely do it in a very slick way.
Yeah.
Dude, I think my favorite part about this song is how they must have done the vocals, like in the recording booth.
Yeah.
Because you can tell, because this is a lot, like when I made a lot of my music, I would do the same thing. I do a lot of yelling and stuff. And when you do, you know, when you're not like recording metal and you want it to sound cool and not just like, in your face, it's like you have the mic way back here and you're just literally jumping up and down yelling. And I could imagine like him in the booth doing this. It's just such a cool way to record music. Like the mic was probably 5-6 feet from his face and he's just giving it his all, but still keeping that cadence, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that because that's like the thing about their music is that it's intentionally like raw. You know, like you know, you can go in and have something produced perfectly, but then there's a certain rawness and dynamic that they were going for that they absolutely captured on this. And it's funny because I'm listening to this song and there's that line. What did he say? I'm Buddy Rich when I fly off the handle. I just now got that reference for the first time. Do you know who Buddy Rich is?
No, I don't
Buddy
know.
Rich is a drummer, and I've told you I've kind of been, you know, getting into drumming lately, and it's like, here I am, whatever, 30 years later. And I'm like, oh, I finally get the reference.
Who's he a drummer for?
He's like old school. Like he's considered, I guess, like one of the best like drummers ever, but he's like from the 50s or something. So he's like one of those groundbreaking, pioneering drummers that's like up there, like on the Mount Rushmore for just like pushing the boundaries and just being well known for being excellent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that song was absolutely great. The video was great. Now I'm like, dude, I don't know like anything from Beastie Boys. I mean, you said Don't Sleep Till Brooklyn. I know like the chorus of that.
Fight for our right to party.
Oh, okay. That's that's probably one of their big ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, like their catalog's huge. They're so beloved.
Yeah, and I feel like you are a person who would listen to their albums and like they have their big bangers that like everybody knows. But like if you went to and listened to Paul's Boutique, I guarantee you would love that album. You know, it's just got this unique vibe. It's not something that necessarily has all of the views. Like I think some of their best music is the stuff that's not the most popular. You know, and they have so many like good songs like that it may not be the ones with, you know, 100 million views, but they're just like absolutely musically like amazing.
That's crazy. When did they first come out? They're old, like pretty old
like
school,
84 or 5.
That's crazy. And when did this come out? 90s?
In 90s.
Okay.
So they, very long career. You know, they had other great songs after this, but yeah. So that Halloween, we all dressed up like this. I got a boom box. And so we were going to parties and people were like, what are you guys supposed to be? And then we'd all be sitting there and we'd play the song and just absolute chaos would erupt. This is like when Jackass like was first coming out. So we were like literally just chasing each other around. We were, you know, party hopping, going from party to party, just getting kicked out like of everyone because my other friend was dressed like a flasher. And so he did the costume so good. He just put on a pair of pantyhose. He had a trench coat. He had like a creepy beard and glasses and a beanie on. And then he put on these like pantyhose, but like cut them. So it's just like so he's basically like, you know, naked. He had a jock strap underneath and then he like cut a wig. So it was just like ridiculous long, like hair. And then he got one of those big bites from 7-Eleven, like the hot dogs.
Okay.
And like just like stuck it to it. So he would go like this and he's like shaking it. And then he'd run into the room and start doing that. And then we would just chase him as like the police officers through the house, like tackling him over couches. Like we kicked this person's door down, like going after him. Just so bad. Like in retrospect, I'm like, we were complete fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Right. And then towards the end of the night, after, you know, running around, just complete destruction, chaos, my friend, you know, we do a car slide. Of course, somebody's like pissed off at us, like, what the fuck, you know? And then my friend runs up to this girl and goes like this, does his little flashing thing. And she's like, oh my God, that guy just fucking flashed me. Her boyfriend runs up and is like, yo, fuck you. Like, you know, trying to fight him. And he's like, dude, it's just a joke. It's just a hot dog. Look. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Let's go. My buddy can fight. It's like he was always like getting into fights. And so at this point, we're like trying to break it up. And we're like, hey, dude, I'm like in the middle, like, hey, you don't want this smoke. Like, I promise you, like, we're sorry. Because as chaotic as it was and as much of an asshole as I was, you know, doing all that shit, kicking down doors, like, I didn't want anything bad to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like, break it up, and he just is not having it. So my buddy drops his trench coat and he's standing there.
Just fighting in pantyhose.
And I'll never forget this. He gets in this wide karate stance. He never even does karate. He just goes, whoa. And this scene will always be in my mind. And he gets in this wide karate stance. He's got this fake big bite dong swinging out there. And he's like, come on, you want to fight? This dude's like, fuck you, you're about to get fucked up, and just runs at him, and he just whoppa, wheel kicks him right in his head and just knocks him out like one kick.
Oh my
and
God.
And everybody's just like, oh my God, like crying, laughing. Like it was the most ridiculous scene. This fucking dude basically butt naked, looking like his dong's hanging out, just wheel kicking some dude in the head.
Well, so just so I hope Beastie Boys knows that because of them making this song, some dude got knocked out in front of his girlfriend with a fake flasher, repping foot-long hot dog as a pee-pee.
Yeah,
so
with Beastie Boys Sabotage playing in the background on the boombox.
I love that, dude. Yeah, this song was fire, though. I'm really glad we pulled this one up today.
Hell yeah.
What should we do from Beastie Boys next?
We could go through their catalog and see. I mean, they have a bunch of good songs. Intergalactic's an interesting one because it's just a different vibe and super cool video. So that'd be fun to put you in front of.
Cool. Also, let us know your guys' suggestions of your
let us know some of the favorites.
Beastie
Put
Boys.
it in the comments. Let him know what he should listen to as a music lover. I think just with their punk influences and everything that you would dig, a lot of their music. So
cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. If you had a good time, make sure you drop a like. And if you want to join us on this journey of discovering new music, old music, and hearing, all of our stories and just having a good time with us, hit that subscribe button.
That's right. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.